Picture this. It's literally the busiest shopping day of the year. Traffic is absolutely surging on your e-commerce platform. And then, bam, checkout failures spike. Payments are failing left and right. Orders are completely stuck, and your app has slowed to an agonizing crawl. In the control room, your engineers are in full panic mode, right? Hundreds of microservices are running, dashboards are flashing red, and logs are just flooding the screens. Welcome to this explainer on distributed tracing and observability. Let's figure out how to survive this absolute nightmare. So, in that chaotic, high-stakes scenario with the clock ticking and, let's be real, revenue literally burning, we're faced with the ultimate question. How do engineers find the one failing service among thousands? I mean, you're essentially trying to find a digital needle in a constantly shifting haystack. Section 1, the microservices debugging nightmare. You see, modern applications just aren't those single, massive, monolithic systems anymore. Industry giants are powering their platforms with literally thousands of microservices. So let's trace a user's journey. When someone taps Place Order, it feels totally seamless to them. But internally, that single click bounces through a chaotic maze. First, it hits an API gateway. Then it verifies identity in an auth service, checks the inventory, and finally processes the charge. Dozens of services are communicating constantly just to make that one single click actually work. Okay, let's dive into this. In the old days of monolith debugging, all your logs came from one single server. If something broke, you just checked that one file. Simple, right? But microservices debugging, that is a completely different beast. Requests are moving across dozens of dynamically scaling services. You've got containers spinning up and disappearing in seconds. Failures ripple across the system, and network latency fluctuates wildly. Trying to find the root cause in all that noise is incredibly difficult. Section 2, illuminating the black box. So how do engineers actually survive this complexity without totally losing their minds? Well, they need a powerful way to see exactly what's happening inside the machine at any given millisecond. And this brings us to a really foundational concept: observability. Observability is essentially the ability to understand the internal state of a system just by analyzing its outputs. It's the crucial toolkit that helps us answer those panic-inducing questions during an outage. Things like, why is the system slow? Which specific service is failing? Where is the latency actually increasing, and why are our users experiencing errors? Now, true observability relies on three major pillars. First up, we have logs. These are your granular event records, so think database errors or payment failures. Second, we have metrics. These are numerical measurements collected over time, like CPU usage or your overall request latency. And finally, traces. These track the actual request journeys across your distributed services. Together, these three pillars give you complete end-to-end system visibility. Section 3, distributed tracing in action. While logs and metrics are absolutely crucial, we really need to focus on the ultimate detective tool for distributed systems. Distributed tracing solves that whole needle in a haystack problem by assigning something called a trace ID. So what is it? A trace ID is a unique identifier generated the very moment a request enters the system. As the request travels, every single service records its timing information, tracks its dependencies, captures errors, and crucially, it propagates that exact same trace ID downstream. This is huge because it transforms isolated, confusing service logs into one cohesive end-to-end request tree. And this brilliantly illustrates how it works in practice. Imagine an Uber ride booking request becomes painfully slow. Without tracing, finding the culprit could literally take hours. But with distributed tracing, engineers can instantly see the breakdown. The API gateway took 10 milliseconds. Authentication took 20. Pricing took 40. But wait, the driver matching service took 900 milliseconds. Boom, the bottleneck is immediately exposed. Now, let's zoom in a little closer on how that timeline is actually built. A trace is composed of multiple, smaller building blocks called spans. A span represents a single unit of work within a request lifecycle. Now, this could be a database query, an API call, or maybe a cache lookup. These spans form a parent-child hierarchy, perfectly mapping out exactly how requests flow deeper into the system's architecture. But what makes spans so absolutely vital is the data packed inside them. Each span contains critical metadata. We're talking start time, end time, total duration, status, the specific service name, and the operation type. This granular detail is the secret weapon that allows engineers to isolate a failing dependency instantly, rather than blindly searching across hundreds of servers. Section 4, Modern Telemetry Tools. So, now that we understand the mechanics, how do massive tech companies actually implement this granular telemetry tracking in their live production environments? Enter OpenTelemetry. This has become a real game changer and one of the most important standards in the entire observability space. It provides vendor-neutral instrumentation for all three pillars: traces, logs, and metrics. By standardizing this collection process, engineers can unify their observability data across multiple different programming languages and diverse cloud platforms, all without being locked into a single proprietary tool. And honestly, this gets even more critical in complex scenarios. Synchronous systems rely on direct API calls, right? Service A talks directly to Service B. But in asynchronous systems, events flow through message queues like Kafka or RabbitMQ. Distributed tracing correlates those events across asynchronous boundaries, ensuring your trace ID doesn't just mysteriously vanish the second it hits a queue. Now, to make implementing all of this easier, engineers often leverage a service mesh like Istio or Linkerd. A service mesh automatically intercepts traffic and captures request latency, retries, failures, and traffic patterns. And the beautiful part? It collects all of this vital telemetry data automatically. This greatly simplifies the whole implementation process, because engineers don't have to heavily modify their actual application code to get this visibility. Section 5, Monitoring Real Production Systems. Okay, let's bring these concepts out of the abstract and into the real world of site reliability engineering. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer volume of data these platforms handle every single day. It is truly mind-boggling. Modern cloud-native systems process billions of logs, millions of traces, and continuous real-time metric streams. Observability platforms have to instantly aggregate this massive fire hose of data so that human engineers can actually make sense of it. Here is exactly what that scale looks like across different industries. A streaming giant like Netflix depends heavily on observability to continuously monitor playback failures, recommendation systems, and CDN performance. Basically, they're making sure your movie doesn't buffer right at the best part. Meanwhile, massive payment systems are meticulously tracking transaction latency and monitoring fraud detection pipelines just to ensure their service-level agreements are flawlessly maintained. If you're building a career in tech, pay really close attention here. These concepts absolutely dominate system design interviews. Interviewers will directly ask you, how would you debug slow requests? How do you identify bottlenecks? How do you trace across services? You see, building a scalable system just isn't enough anymore. You have to prove you can observe and debug it in a live production environment. Which leads us directly to the most absolutely crucial takeaway of this entire explainer. Listen closely. If you cannot observe a distributed system properly, you cannot reliably operate it at scale. You are essentially flying blind in a storm. Let's move to and see how this builds into a rapid-fire recap. We've covered the three pillars of observability: logs, metrics, and traces. We've seen how trace IDs and spans illuminate the black box by visualizing request flows. And we've explored how standards like OpenTelemetry make all of this reliable and incredibly scalable. You now have the blueprint for surviving the chaos of modern architecture. So I leave you with this final provocative thought. If you were suddenly dropped into a control room right now, right in the middle of a massive outage, how would you debug a system with 1,000 microservices? Keep exploring, keep learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.